On this episode, I'm going to be showing you how to cut perfect miters so that your baseboards or your crown moldings will be flush just like this. Stay tuned. Welcome to Fix This House. If you're new to the channel, please consider pressing the subscribe and notification bell so you can always be in tune on DIYs, how-to videos, and product reviews that I do within this channel. On today's episode, I'm going to be showing you how to cut perfect miters on outside corners and inside corners on your walls. Say you're putting on baseboards or even crown moldings. Maybe you're just the first time working with baseboards or crown moldings and you're just trying to get the feel of it. So this will be a perfect video for you friends, because I'll be showing you how to get those perfect and flush corners and outside corners as well. Sometimes we assume that the inside and outside corners of our walls are perfect 90-degree angles, which are not true. Sometimes they are if you are lucky, if your builder was perfect. When you have an older home like what I have, walls aren't exactly perfect at all, far from perfect. I'm going to be showing you this amazing tool, which is right here. This is called a miter protractor, and I'm going to show you how to use this so that you can obtain that perfect fit every time on those inside and outside corners when you're cutting for miters. We would assume and put this exactly at 45 degrees, like so. Let's see how well that fit goes. And you can see right there, it meets at the top, but at the bottom you have this huge gap right there. So never assume that your corner here is exactly 90 degrees. Every wall is different. Some of them actually go in a different angle. The other one goes in a different angle. And I do apologize, my texture here. I'm done with this wall right here. This wall is not yet done, so don't mind the different texture style. But anyways, now let's go into our inside corner. So our inside corner here, we're gonna assume again that this is 90 degrees, perfect 90. Let's cut for a 90-degree inside corner. So we put the two boards together. You see now you have a gap because that's not a perfect 90-degree angle. So there are many miter protractors out there. This one just happens to be by Saker. I like this one because it's made out of aluminum. It's very sturdy and it has a very nice build to it. It's very nice and rigid and it's very heavy duty. I like how when you're turning this, it just has a nice movement to it. So for single cuts, you're gonna use the outer scale right here. And then for the miter cuts, you're gonna be using the inner scale right here. And that's what we're gonna try to get. We're gonna try to get the miter measurement. Now, don't get too confused of what's going on here. These are just pretty much all degrees on the inside, and it just breaks it down to make it easier to read. But don't worry, I'll show you how to do that. So if we're gonna tackle the inside corner, you're just gonna exit out like this, and you're just gonna place it against the wall until it bottoms out. Okay, so make sure that when you place it against the wall, it is nice and flushed right here, nice and flat. You would think that this is perfect 90, but if you look at the miter, each side is actually, the miter that you're gonna be cutting is at 47 degrees. So if you assume that that was perfect 90, you would cut at 45, which wasn't. So that's really awesome. It gets it to the most closest measurement. So let's go now to our miter saw and set it at 47 degrees. So here's our miter saw. It's set at 0. We are gonna go all the way and past 45 and go to 47 degrees. You can see that it is at 47. To avoid error, we're just gonna cut each side with the same angle right here. I'm not gonna go cut one side, then I'm gonna transition to the next side and do 45. You can easily cut your miter saw without having to move this measurement right here. Okay, so that's how you can reduce error. Now to do that, all I'm doing is I'm using my 3 1/4 baseboard right here, and I'm gonna place it against the fence, standing upright like this. So with that being said, I'm gonna go like this on the face, and I'm just gonna flip it so that this backside is facing towards me. Now I'm gonna push it against the fence and let's make the cut. Now, I'm not going to move anything. Again, don't move anything so that you can reduce error. Moving too much parts around increases error. So once you get that one side cut, take your other side and you're just going to cut it as regular with the face facing you now, not the back side. Just place it against the fence. Your 47-degree angles going up to what you have there. Now let's test it out and see how well this fits. I haven't put CA glue on this yet, but when you put it together like so, it just flushes, fits like a glove. Okay, now let's put CA glue on that. So the adhesives that I like to use, this is CA glue. It's a 2P10 thick adhesion, and it has the activator as well. Again, these and also the miter protractor, I'll leave it in the description down below if you're interested on these products. I like to just put it around the border. You don't gotta go too crazy. Okay, just the perimeter is fine. This thing will adhere in like 2 seconds. Make sure it's nice and aligned, and you're doing this on a flat surface. See how instant that is? So now let's test it out on the corner. Fits like a glove. Now after you nail this, it'll even suck in on the inside right there. See how perfectly nice and flush that is? It's beautiful. Don't mind the walls, they are gonna get retextured. I'm gonna scrape off all this ugly texture. But when you're going inside corners, you're gonna take out this and you're just pretty much gonna set it up onto a regular stance like this. And you're just gonna place it right against the 2 sides of the wall. Make sure it's nice and bottom out. So if you're looking right here, we are looking at 43 degrees. So we're gonna set our miter saw at 43-degree angle. So that's for one side. Now for the next side, right here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna flip this, just like this. Okay, make your cut. And now you can join it like that. There you have it. We haven't even put CA glue on it and it already looks perfect. So easy as that. So for me personally, I like to cope. When I do my inside corners like this, I don't do this much, but you can see that with using this tool right here, it definitely accomplishes the job. I like to cope. That's just the way I like to do it. If you want to learn more about how to cope and do that technique, check out this video right here in the top right corner. But if you're interested on doing this and make it flush just like that, it's a no-brainer. This thing is just an awesome tool to use. So what you can also do is say that you're placing this right against the wall and it's not flush. You can find the angle as well on what angle you can cut this to. If you place this right against the floor and to the wall, and if you do that, you can exactly find the angle from the wall to the floor, 45. So that's good to know. So that's just another option, just in case that you want to know how you know the angle. Say this is your end piece. Say you're running to the wall and you're done with that. You don't have no adjoining baseboard. You want to find the angle. This is also a great tool for finding that angle. So friends, that's how you pretty much cut perfect outside and inside corners when you're cutting for baseboards or crown moldings. Super easy. This tool right here is a must-have for all DIYers, and if you're ever first working on baseboards or crown moldings, I highly suggest you get one of these. It's super easy to use. It takes out the guesswork and it cuts perfect corners, perfect miters every time. So if you want to know where I got this is by Saker. There's other brands. I'll leave the other brands and this one as well in the description down below if you want to try this out for yourself. Make sure you comment down below because I'll be giving this away to a lucky winner again. Like all the DIYs and the product reviews that I do, I like to give this stuff the products for you friends to try out as well, for all my loving fellow subscribers. Okay, so make sure you also check these out, the 2P10 and the glue. This is my go-to whenever I'm joining baseboards or crown moldings together. I'll leave all these products on the description down below. Again, thank you so much friends for tuning in. If you found this video helpful, please hit that big thumbs up, press the subscribe and notification bell, and I'll see you friends on the next video.